Hello and welcome to the Super Professor Podcast. You're listening to Clemons Kunkel, aka Super Professor. And today I gotta tell you, I'm kind of enjoying this. Donald J. Trump, the pretend president, just got banned for life on Twitter. Think about that. He's been banned on Facebook. He's been banned on YouTube. He's been banned. I think Google banned him too. And now Twitter banned it. Twitter banned this baby for life. How much of a child do you have to be to get banned for life on Twitter? That's insane. This child has control of the nuclear codes, but he gets banned on Twitter. That's hilarious. Oh, my stars, what a baby. So he didn't learn. Now, do you know what the problem is? Right now, what they found is plans for future armed protests have already begun proliferating on and off Twitter, including a proposed secondary attack on the U.S. Capitol and State Building on January the 7th, 2021. They're already going to have more violence thanks to Donald J. Trump. Now, here's the thing. So the insurrectionists, the coup, didn't succeed. And what did Donald J. Trump put on Twitter? Now, see, I watched the video where, like Trump, did you guys see the video where Trump said, I'm going to be right there with you. We're going to march down Fifth Avenue. We're going to go right to the Capitol. We're going to, not Fifth Avenue, the street of that. I think Trump did say he can shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose any votes. He did say that. But they marched down the street. He said, I'm going to march right with you. Trump didn't go with them. He incited the violence, and then he left them. And then he watched it on TV. There's a video that his son posted that shows Donald J. Trump, and it looked like Ivanka, watching the insurrection on several different TVs. Big TVs, big screen TVs, and other people there. And they were just having a good time. It was like a party. They were dancing. They were enjoying themselves as the building is being attacked, and as the mob with 6MW written on their shirt. What is it? 6 million Jews is not enough. The writing on there, the 6MWE. 6 million is not enough dead Jews. Hitler murdered 6 million Jews. And the white supremacist people said they were wearing shirts. It's not enough. They've worn that shirt at other Trump rallies too. So what did Donald J. Trump have to finally tweet out to his people? This is what he tweeted. There are the things and events that happen when a sacred landslide election victory is so uncertainteously and viciously stripped away from great patriots who have been badly and unfairly treated for so long. Go home with love in peace. Remember this day forever. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that so sweet that he said that to his people? He loves his people rioting. He loved them. Isn't that sweet? Such love from Donald J. Trump. Yay. So he incited violence, and then violence happened. Trump has been in office. He's done cruel things over and over and over again. He's a very evil person. He put innocent children in dog cages. This sick thing kidnapped 2,600 children from parents that loved them. He kidnapped children, I think he was going to give them to Jeffrey Epstein, is what I think. And then the court says, no, you got to give back the kids to their parents. But Trump goes, but I don't know where the parents are. I sent the parents back to their country. I kept the kids, but I sent them back. How sick is that? So Trump gets to harm defenseless children, gets to torture children for fun, and punish the parents when their parents were asking for asylum. They were asking for help. They didn't get any. A country that's supposed to help and we didn't help. Trump is a disgrace. So his rhetoric and hatred fuels his people, and they love that because they're Klan people. Donald J. Trump is a Klan leader, KKK, the Ku. You got to change the name from Klan, from KKK, and put the correct name in there. Ku. Crazy people. Cuckoos. That's what a Klan member is. Cuckoo. They took the little white hoodies off for Donald J. Trump. You know they took the hoodies off, right? I mean, years ago, I think 30,000 of them went on the Capitol. But they were all wearing white hoodies and sheets. You couldn't see who they were back then. They were a little smarter back then. They were scaredy cats, but they were smarter to know, oh, you can't see who I am, so you can't come and get me. I don't want you to know who I am. We do this in secret. But this time, when they marched at night with torches, they were chanting, Jews will not replace us. What else did they do? Well, they had gallows. They had all the KKK, alt-right, neo-Nazis, and white nationalists. Those entire four groups went there. That is a Trumper. There's either one or the other. KKK, alt-right, neo-Nazi, and white nationalists. They like each other. So think about when the neo-Nazi, the Jewish that loves murdering people, loves murdering Jews, neo-Nazi drove a car in and killed Heather Heyer, a woman, at a peaceful protest and injured 13 others. What did Donald Trump say? He didn't denounce the violence until 24 hours later. But what he said, well, there's good people and bad people on both sides. No, there's only murdering going on Trumper's side. That's it. This is the guy that gets to say, I can shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. He just got away with murder again. His people keep doing what he says, and they're murdering people, and they're getting away with it to a point. But not four of his people. Four of his people are dead from the rioting they did. 4 are dead of his people. They're not going back home. Donald J. Trump has more blood on his hands. Donald J. Trump is the scum of the earth. How do you know? Well, because people are dead, and he's the one that promoted it. And he's the one that kept the National Guard away for an hour and a half. They did not have cops there. Everybody knew that this was coming. I knew it. They even said, don't go and resist. Stay away. The police will handle it. Everybody stayed away. Okay, you're going to handle it. No, Trumpers didn't get handled. They got away with what they did. They stormed in. They were going to kidnap. They had pipe bombs. They had vehicles with modified cocktail explosive. They had semi-automatic rifles with extra clips. They had, what else did they have? They put nooses up. They had a gallows put up outside, and they were chanting on video. They did everything on video. They chanted on video that they were going to hang Mike Pence. They were going to execute the vice president for Donald J. Trump. That's really messed up, right? So now Mike Pence still hasn't said do the 25th Amendment and remove Trump. You know why? Because he's scared. They bullied Mike Pence, and he's like, no, they'll come and kill me. They were trying to kill me before. Yeah. They were looking for Pence. They beat up reporters' equipment. They destroyed reporters' equipment, the cameras and everything, so they couldn't record anything. They were beating, smacking it, and they piled it up, and then they took the extension cords and made a noose, another gallows on that stuff. They had Confederate flags. They have always had Confederate flags at Trump's rallies. The MAGA hats, the red hat people, they love Trump. Oh, I got the hiccups there. Excuse me. They love Trump. They love the sickness that he spews because they're just like him. Trumpers are just like Donald J. Trump. They're not physical. They're fat, lazy, pedophile, sleep around on their wives, lie 24/7. How Trump has done nothing but lie since he's been in office. What is it? 20,000 lies, and you can check every time he says something, he lies about it. Everything is Googleable. Everything is paper backed up. The man does nothing. Here's an example. Windmills will give you cancer. That's what this clown said. I'm like, what's wrong with him? A windmill gives you cancer? Wind blows the windmill and starts a generator and creates electricity. But windmills give you cancer and kills millions of birds underneath one. The guy's brain doesn't work. What else did he say? Let's nuke a hurricane. Let's put radiation in a hurricane. Think about this. He wants to nuke a hurricane with the nuclear warheads. Nuke it. And guess what a hurricane needs? It needs fuel. It needs heat. He's going to add more heat to a hurricane, make it bigger, so it spreads nuclear radiation all over the United States. That sticks around for millions of years. This is a clown. He says he's smarter than the generals when he's a fake baby bone spur. He's smarter than the generals. Generals, plural. He knows more than generals. He said soldiers are suckers and losers. You understand how sick this person is. Soldiers that protect us are suckers and losers. I guess he thinks the cop that died is a sucker and a loser. Shouldn't have had that position, right? Yeah, more than likely. Cops are suckers and losers too. Yeah. They give their life. Yep. As another sucker and loser Trump forgot to say. Nah, that guy's a sucker and loser too. The military people, those are definitely suckers and losers, though. This is a clown. He wants to rake a forest to stop a forest fire. A rake, really, seriously, in a forest. This is a clown. His brain doesn't work. His body doesn't work. He has no idea how to run a country. And neither do the Republicans. Think about Republicans getting bought off. They had $1 trillion tax cut. $1 trillion. But they can't give us a stimulus check of $2,000. But we pay taxes. I pay taxes. You all listening to this pay taxes. Trumpers don't pay taxes. The filthy rich people don't pay taxes. Now, some of the Trumpers that went to the rallies, yeah, they're just ignorant people. But the rich, filthy rich, the Republican Party is filthy, filthy rich. Multimillionaires. They're in it for the money. They're not in it to help the United States. They're in it for the money. That's what's wrong. The virus is 100% real, but the Trumpers don't believe it because Donald J. Trump said it's not real. But Trump got the virus and got the best medicine in the world because he's the president. Think about that. But haven't we had senators that Republicans die? Oh, yeah. Haven't we had Trumpers die? Yeah. But it's not real. It's a Democratic hoax. 350,000 dead American now. American. 350,000 died from COVID-19. More than 4,000, I think it's 4,200 die a day now. Think about that number from COVID-19. They don't have to be old people. You got young people dying too. And I said that we would pass 1 million deaths. We're at 350,000. I don't want to hit 1 million, but I said we're going that way. And we're heading right. We're going straight that direction. We haven't even had the virus in the United States more than a year yet. It hasn't even been a year. And we're at 350,000, and it's climbing exponentially. And we just had another super spreader event at the White House, or at the D.C. We just had another super spreader event. There was only a couple people wearing masks, but they were screaming, yelling, pushing police officers, violently beating up police officers. With the one police officer that died, they beat him to death with a fire extinguisher. Do you know how much you got to be smacking someone to beat him to death with a fire extinguisher? That was enjoyment. That guy, that Trumper, enjoyed what he was doing. And then you got Fox News that says, oh, no, it was Antifa. It was sprinkled. Antifa was sprinkled in. Sprinkled. They were everywhere. They were sprinkled in. Except here's the problem with Fox News. Their brain doesn't work either. They're Klan people. The Fox News is either alt-right, neo-Nazis, or white nationalists. They're probably white nationalists and KKK. So, yeah, it's sprinkled. The white nationalists is sprinkled in there. The neo-Nazis, the KKK, and the alt-right. Yeah, they're sprinkled in there. Antifa isn't. Because all these children, these babies, put everything out on social media. They have 100 people arrested now. Because all these children went on Facebook. Just like Trump's son put everything on Facebook, on Twitter. That they were in there watching this insurrection, the destroying of property. They sit and watch it on gigantic TV screens. That's insane. They were enjoying the destruction of the building. They enjoyed it. We get to watch it happen and them watching it happen. It took an hour and a half for the National Guard to get called. Yeah, that's insane, right? We all knew this was going to happen. But Trump's people didn't have security there, so they could get into the building, so they could do the harm that they wanted to do, so they could overthrow. This was done deliberate. Mike Pence finally called the National Guard. He went into hiding. He knew it was coming. These people are very sick people. You guys, be careful, be safe. Trump's voice has been stomped on, but he'll find another way to get out, and he'll do it as a different code name or something else, and then they'll have to shut that account down. But Trump lost big time now. He's in big doo-doo. And Vladimir Putin, Putin loves Trump. He loves everything that Trump has done to the United States. But the coup did not succeed, but the insurrectionists are still in the building. The Republican Party isn't Republican anymore. They're Klan Party. So when you run into a Trumper, ask him which one he is. Find out. Make him admit which one he is. Get him in the open. Know who they are. So anyway, be careful, be safe. The virus is 100% real. Be careful, be safe. The Trumpers are still out there. The Klan members are still out there. And they had their leader, and they're upset because they know it was stolen from them because they don't have a brain that works. They don't know that Trump lost 60 times in court. 60 times. They couldn't win, and they went to court. Even it was Democrats and Republican court members. He lost 60 times. He lost in the Supreme Court, and he put 3 court members in the Supreme Court. They're clowns, but be careful, be safe. It's not over with. Even when Biden gets in, the sick people are still out there. Remember that. Be careful. And if you know who they are, call the police and give out their name. You see them on video, you know who it is, call the police. So you guys be careful, be safe. Take care. And if you got any information, give it to people. Get it out. Oh, who am I? I'm Clemons Leon Kunkel. I published a book, Man-Made Climate Change. Super easy to understand on Amazon. I also published another book, Dream Your Dreams, How to Make Yourself Better. I published another book, Mystical Truth Tells. It's a children's book. I published another book. All these books I wrote myself. Keys to Unlocking the Universe is New Theories on the Universe, and they're my theories, and I wrote the entire thing. So anyway, you guys be careful, be safe, and have a good one. The world is going to get better. You guys take care. We're on the right track now.